Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Yusrina Binti Bahari and I'm from 4C. This video presentation is for subject HRM645, Change and Organization Development. For the presentation, I have chosen the topic, the role of leadership in preventing burnout during change initiative. So let's move to the introduction. Burnout has become one of the biggest challenges faced by organizations today, especially during period of major change. During transformation, whether it is digitalization, restructuring, or a shift in company culture, employees are often expected to adapt quickly to new system and higher demand. This change can create uncertainty, stress, and emotional exhaustion if not managed properly. When people feel overwhelmed and unsupported, burnout begins to take root. Therefore, leadership plays a crucial role. A good leader doesn't just manage the technical side of change, but also pay attention to the emotional and psychological well-being of their team. So, let's explain the definition of burnout and change. According to the World Health Organization, burnout is a workplace syndrome that results from chronic stress that has not been successfully managed. It is characterized by emotional exhaustion, mental fatigue, and a reduced sense of accomplishment. Gabriel and Agonis 2021 further explained that burnout develops when job demand exceeds available resources such as time, social support, and recognition. They identify three dimensions of burnout: exhaustion, cynicism, and reduced performance. The Amaha Health 2034 article adds that burnout is a gradual process that arises when employees feel powerless or undervalued for too long. Its six main causes include unsustainable workload, lack of control, insufficient reward, weak sense of community, unfair treatment, and conflict between personal and organizational value. On the other hand, organizational change refers to any major adjustment in structure, culture, or process such as digital transformation or new technology adoption. While change is essential for growth, it often increases uncertainty and stress. This shows that burnout is not only a personal issue but also an organizational one. Leadership behavior determines how employees experience and cope with change. So, the latest issue that relate to this topic, the first one is Dell Technology in Singapore. The first example comes from HRM Asia article about Dell Technology Singapore. It reported the high level of burnout due to the fast pace of technological change, heavy workload, lack emotional support from leader. Workers felt mentally exhausted and less motivated to adopt new system. To address this, leader implemented empathic leadership practice, including listening to employee concern, communicating clearly, providing training, adjusting the pace of change, and showing genuine care. This demonstrates how leadership that focuses on the human side of transformation can prevent burnout and sustain engagement during major organizational change. Second example is from PwC Malaysia 2034 report, Building Workshop Trust, a narrative shaped and owned by leader. The study found that employees often experience stress and burnout during change initiative when there is a lack of trust in leadership and uncertainty about organizational decision. Employees who did not feel confident that their company will treat them fairly reported lower motivation and engagement. Leader addressed this by building trust through transparent communication, fair reward system, and active support, enable employees to feel more secure and willing to adopt change. This case illustrates that leadership-driven trust is a critical tool to reduce burnout during organizational transformation. The third example comes from EY Thailand, where employees experience burnout due to the stress of rapid organizational change after the pandemic, including hybrid work, digital transformation, and heavier workload. Many feel overwhelmed, disconnected, and uncertain about expectations. Leadership responds with the Better Me program, which include flexible work arrangement, community building activity, upskilling opportunity, and emotional support. These examples show that leadership who prioritizes well-being and the human side of change can help employees manage stress, stay engaged, and adapt successfully during transformation. Now, let's move on to the leadership action that prevent burnout. Leadership has a direct influence on how employees handle stress during change. Burnout usually happens when leaders ignore early warning signs like fatigue, demotivation, or emotional withdrawal. To prevent this, leaders must take several key actions. First, practice open and honest communication so employees feel safe to express challenge. When leader listens, stress is reduced because employees know they are understood. Second, leaders need to model work-life balance. When managers show healthy habits like taking proper breaks and respecting personal time, it sets a culture that values well-being. The third one is give purpose and support. When leaders help employees to see how their work contributes to the organization mission and offer training to adapt to change, people feel motivated instead of overwhelmed. In short, preventing burnout isn't about pushing harder, it's about leading with empathy, fairness, and support. So let's move on to the impact of burnout. The first one is emotional and mental exhaustion. Employees experience continuous fatigue, lack of energy, and difficulty concentrating. This emotional strain lower motivation and make it harder to cope with workplace challenges. The second one is decline in performance and productivity. Burnout reduces enthusiasm, creativity, and problem-solving ability. Employees become less engaged and more likely to make mistakes or lose interest in their tasks. The third one is organizational instability. High stress level lead to increased absenteeism, turnover, and low morale. Over time, burnout weakens teamwork and can cause change initiative to fail, as employees lose trust and commitment toward organizational goals. To conclude, burnout isn't just a personal problem, it's a leadership challenge. During change initiative, the way leaders communicate, plan, and care for their people determine whether change feels inspiring or exhausting. The example from HRM Asia, PwC Malaysia, EY Thailand prove one clear truth that empathy and trustworthy leadership not only prevent burnout that drives sustainable transformation. A great leader doesn't just manage change, they care for the people behind it, and that's what truly turns change into progress. So that's all from me. Thank you.